We should set up the chairs, man. I always like that, setting up the chairs. Everybody sit forward like a real comedy show.
There is no chairs.
There's chairs all over the place. They don't need tables.
Yeah, it's like a real comedy show. We're all hiding and the audience is gone.
Yes.
Sound guy gets it.
Yeah, that's why he hides in his booth over there.
Look at that. See? Now it's all friendly. That's it. It's more terrifying. Put him back. Put him back.
No. Let's do this right.
Oh, people.
I don't know. I'm just
When
being
you battling.
Dude,
I mean,
Ready?
yeah. Can't. If there was like some stands.
Just the intro.
oh, risers.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I mean, dude, y'all need to.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. How y'all doing tonight? Make some noise, man. Come on. Welcome to Comedy in Kitsap at the Hi-Fi. Hi being a key word for me tonight. We got a couple rules for the people in the audience over there. And that dude, keep your tabletop talk down to a minimum if possible. And no heckling the comedians unless they make direct eye contact and engage with you, then have at them. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm talking to comedians, so these jokes are pretty much for these people. I've never really held on to the thing before. Yeah, let's see. I guess that was a good enough intro. I feel like my boss is watching me. Literally, I got the guy that pays me for a living on this side, and the guy who's giving me this opportunity to make a fool of myself on this side. So yeah, I think of everything. You know, everybody here knows the rules. So yeah, I quit drinking, man. I'm on day 12 without a drop of alcohol. Yeah, fuck off with your woos. You know, some of you are gonna get laid tonight. You're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna have an adventure, man. I remember everything I'm doing tonight, like with an evil ass clarity, man. I can't stand it, dude. You know, the problem is the minute I quit drinking, I notice in the bar it's like all the chicks are like 50% less attractive now. Like they're just not as blurry as they used to be. However, they're still drinking, so I've actually gotten better looking over the last couple days. But you know, I'm still terrified of gonorrhea. So, like, no, I came out of an 8-year relationship, 6 years, and then 2 years married, and you know, she wasn't exactly loyal, so I got tested, and I'm clean. I'm absolutely clean. I'm a rarity. I'm like a fucking unicorn out here, man. Like I got nothing. But I've got two fears in life right now after doing some research for a joke on STDs in this town. One of them's clowns. I was a young child on Christmas Eve, and I'd watched that Rudolph the Red-Nosed movie and fell asleep and woke up to Stephen King's It. And the clowns are just fucked with. I was like 4 years old. It was terrifying to mess with me. And my second fear now is vaginas. I'm actually like, if I go down on a chick and she's got a clown nose down there or something, I'm gonna scream and that'll be the end of it. Anyways, man, hope you guys ready for some laughter. Yeah. This is gonna be fun. This guy's a favorite of mine. He's also a promoter of another company of Kitsap, stuff with comedy things. He's I'm so good with words. That's straight out of Kitsap, I believe. Cookies on Wednesday night. That's a good thing. And his name is Sean Pickering. So give it up for the man. Thank you.
Aw, thanks, Rott. Give it up for Rott, everybody. Yeah. He's rocking it, man. It was hilarious. Been doing comedy for like 3 months now. Already way funnier than me. Sorry, usually the first comedian is somewhat good, but I signed up first because I suck. I need to get better. I need to push up my game. So let's see. I don't know. I don't really have any prepared jokes. I had some stuff I want to work on, but you guys have all heard it, and it's not funny. So what am I gonna do? Let's see. I'm gonna go. I'm getting older because I have friends now in the hospital. This is sort of sad, but whatever. I got a text message the other day that said, "Oh my God, you'll never know. This guy, Tim, he's in the hospital. He's got pancreatic cancer. Things don't look good. He's probably gonna die." And I was like, oh shit. So I went over to the hospital today. I went to go see him. And I'm in the gift shop. I'm just looking around. Like, what do you get? The guy's like, there's like, get well soon. Like, that's going to be an awkward card when he opens it. Like, get well, I mean, hopefully, I don't know. Like, you know, like, maybe we can pray and get a miracle. I don't know, like, how you get well soon from terminal cancer. They had cards of encouragement. It was sort of like the closest thing. It was sort of like, you know, keep your spirits up, man. Like, it was like, I thought maybe I'd write, like, go punch death in the face, you know? I don't know. Maybe that'll sort of get them excited. I don't know. I don't really have the same reaction to death as I used to. Like, it used to be like, oh my God, it's final. Like, I quit drinking as well. No, I did it like 6 years ago, but I went through AA, and in AA they tell you that you gotta find God, right? And you know, I quit drinking and I kept praying and I couldn't find God. And then a friend gave me some LSD. I found him that night. It was amazing. You should do it. But now I definitely believe, and like, I believe in something else. I believe this is just sort of an adventure we're on here in life, and you know, some people are scared of the end, but I don't. Like, if they told me I had cancer tomorrow and they were like, you gotta do all the surgery, I'd be like, no, I'm gonna go have a lot of fun and burn it out. Like, that's the type of deal I'd like. I don't know. One of the things that I was always troubled about with God was like heaven and hell. Like, it didn't make sense to me that God, who knew everything, all of the past, present, and future, and he was gonna create people to make them suffer for eternity, like all these sinners, right? He knew they were gonna sin, and he was gonna, like, you guys gotta suffer for eternity. Why? Because I'm a dick, that's why. But it never made any sense to me. I always thought, like, hey, if God's gonna make it, everybody gets to get into heaven. Like, you know, even the worst of people, like, need to get into heaven. Like Hitler, for example, I think is probably gonna get into heaven. Not because I think it's gonna be a good time. I just don't think that it's gonna be heaven. You know, if there's not kick the shit out of Hitler Tuesday. Like, I think that's something we all need to get on board with. But, all right. Yeah, that's a lame joke to end on. It was all lame, but thanks a lot for listening to me. You guys are wonderful. Give it up for Rott and Joseph Rogers here. We're putting on this great show.
Everybody give it up for Sean. Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. You know what? We're just gonna keep it going. I think our next comedian she's fairly new to this whole thing, and she's awesome at what she does. Everybody give it up for Alison Rose. She's up next. Looking at me strangely. Numbers got moved around. Please don't stab me.
You're number one in my book.
I'm murdering you.
That's all right.
I thought I was number 4. I'm not prepared. So,
Titties are pockets.
they are. Nature's pockets. So, hey, I'm Allison. I'm new to this. This is number 7 for me. I'm still not very funny, so I ask that you would please laugh politely, even when I'm not funny, and that will ensure that I don't cry myself to sleep tonight. So, thank you. Also, I have notes because I'm new at this. So, I am recently divorced, and it's fine. The reason we got divorced was because of sex stuff. I had some kinks that I wanted to explore, and his kink was what I like to call pump, pump, snore, snore. Pretty self-explanatory, ladies. You probably know what I'm talking about. Also, the kicker is that he had sleep apnea, and so the snore, snore was a lot more intense than the pump, pump. So, as a last-ditch effort, we tried to go to a sex therapist, and she asked us to share our fantasies, our sexual fantasies with each other. And so I was like, yes, I got this. I shared mine, which, you know, involved, like, it was very elaborate. It involved, like, ropes and role playing and name calling. I don't know about you ladies, but there's something about being called a dirty cum dumpster that just really gets me going. I hope that's not wrong. So anyway, I shared mine, and then he shared his. His was kind of like, I don't know, I guess you could give me more hand jobs. And as if that wasn't the most boring fantasy I've ever heard, he continued to say, also, I don't want to call you that. And I was like, you're not going to call me a cum dumpster? I want a divorce. And so we got divorced. And who knew you cannot get child support for dogs? I was very disappointed. So, did someone say, oh no?
I can't get what? I have one right here.
So after my divorce, I moved in with my dad. Life's a little rough right now, but the good news is that I have a sugar daddy. The bad news is that my little sisters are kind of jealous. They're like, why is dad giving you all this attention?
Wow.
I'm disgusting. I love my dad in a very appropriate way. I did recently date a guy who made me call him daddy when we were banging. It was like, I don't know, I did it. I took one for the team. I was like, daddy, yeah. But the whole time I was like, God, just something does not feel right. And then it hit me. I was like, it's just not how dad does it. Ew! Fuck you guys for laughing. I hate myself for that joke. And I hate you guys. Because you laughed and it makes me feel good. And now I have to tell it every time. Okay, here's my last joke. So, well, this is true. I have a curfew living with my dad. It's because my dogs bark and it wakes him up. And so I have to be home at 11:30 every night, which makes fitting in dating and banging quite complicated by 11:30. And then add to that, the dudes that like me right now are all broke dudes. And so my ideal date doesn't happen, and my ideal date is, you know, like, he takes me out to an early dinner, and then he is like, I got us a hotel room, and then we tenderly bang for a couple hours and maybe even cuddle, and then, you know, and then he drives me home in his car because he has one, and then I'm home by 11:30, and I'm happy, and he's happy, and dad's happy, and the dogs are happy, and it's all good. But no, it doesn't really happen like that. It's more like he and I kind of stumble out of the hi-fi, you know, walk around the corner over there, and he's like, "Sup, girl? That dumpster looks pretty sturdy. You want to bend over real quick?" And I'm like, yep. And I do, and we bang, and afterwards I'm waiting for my lift, and I'm just like, God damn it, Allison, what is wrong with you? Why does dumpster sex make you come so hard?
Give it up for Allison, everybody. Hilarious. Supporting waste management. That's the noble goal. You know, you gotta be on top of that. Your next comedian is a funny dude, man. I think he's hilarious every time I talk to him and hear him on stage. Give it up for Randall.
You goddamn right, you better whoop. Yo, I'm not originally from Washington State, and I have to tell you that the state is fucking beautiful. The people are fucking beautiful. The very first day I was here, I got approached by a group of white people, and they were just like, man, we just love you as a person. And I was like, cool. I was like, we don't see color. And it fucked me up because they was wearing matching outfits. You fucking people are liars. Fucking liars. I never thought I would be around so much cocaine, just casually, in my life until I moved to this state with a bunch of liberals sitting in their living room discussing politics. So, oh, I disagree with Trump's border wall. I was at this house party, big ass house, bunch of fucking people in it, bunch of booze everywhere. Everybody's just hanging out. And the wife hops up and she goes, I'm gonna go get the hors d'oeuvres. And I was like, thank the Lord, I am famished. But then she got up and walked to the bedroom for some reason. I didn't think anything of it because white people are weird. And then she came back out with a tray, a glass tray with like 16 lines of cut up cocaine and a pile on the side for reserves. And she was like, everybody have some. And I was like, I had a big lunch. I'm good. Then I learned how somehow the N-word is more offensive to white liberals than it is to me. Everybody starts getting down, they're snorting blow, and they're fucking getting after it. And then the husband did the most gangster shit I ever seen in my life. This dude walked over to the pile of cocaine that was meant for reserves, didn't bend down, no rolled up $1 bill, nothing. He just snorted like a vape NATO of cocaine up into his nose. And it was fucking impressive. And I was like, oh shit, that nigga is the truth. And then the whole party just got quiet. It was kind of like a white person going to a black person's party in a 90s hip hop film. The record just skipped. The husband was like, whoa man, we do not say that word. In this house. All right, bro, I got you. I got approached by a fucking dude. I noticed like a lot of people can't mind their own goddamn business around here. I got approached by a dude, and he was like, hey man, I have to apologize to you on behalf of all white people. And I was like, chill out, man. You don't gotta do this. He was like, no, we owe you so much. None of the people that look like me apologize to people that look like you. We owe you a lot. And I said, well, cool. Give me your wallet. And this motherfucker called the cops on me, man. I'm facing felony theft charges right now. Goddamn. I was in the grocery store, minding my own goddamn business. Like grown people do. I took out my phone and started playing some Pokemon Go. Try to get me a fucking Venusaur. There's two chicks I'm in between. They're arguing back and forth about how their babies, or they're talking back and forth about how their baby daddies ain't shit. Oh, Terrence ain't shit. Shit, he ain't paid child support in like 2 years. Oh, girl, Terrell's a motherfucker. That motherfucker ain't even seen his kids since the Bush administration. I was like, God damn. I ended up meeting a chick in front of me at the end of the register, and I can just feel her staring at the side of my head with hatred. And she finally was just like, you look like a no good motherfucker. I bet you got about 3 or 4 kids running around here that you ain't taking care of. Which deeply fucking offended me. And I was like, whoa, lady, you can chill the fuck out. I take care of my goddamn kids. I've paid for 2 abortions. I'm Randall Moore, guys. Have a good night.
Everybody give it up for Randall. Fatherly man. Fatherly man. He wrote a book. And then he threw it in the garbage. Okay. Our next comic is a local favorite and promoter. He does the comedy in Kitsap. Give it up for Joe Rogers. He's a funny, funny man.
Woo, thank you, Rott. All right. I'm Joseph Rogers. I got kids, and just recently school got out, right? And I got a 5th grader. And I didn't know this, people, but apparently the last day of 5th grade at this school is also sex ed day. Yeah, that's weird. I think 5th grade is a little too soon to be having the sex talk with my kid, you know? So I picked him up, and I said, how was your last day of school? He goes, a bit overwhelming. I was like, whoa. Why is that? He goes, I don't know, Dad, why don't you look at this book they gave me? You know, because they give him like a little book with all the gender stuff, you know? He's like, look at this book, penis, vagina, prostitute gland. I was like, what? Give me that book. And I was like, oh, prostate gland, okay. You had me thinking there was something new in the anatomy of a man that I didn't know about. And I didn't know what to say right off the bat, right? So I just said to him, that, you know, let's change the subject. What sounds good for dinner? And you know what he said? I don't know. I think I lost my appetite. I was like, oh shit, that book fucked you up. I couldn't help it. I had to ask him. I was like, what made you lose your appetite? Was it the penis or the vagina? What? No, you got time to figure that out. Sorry. Yeah, there's time. I don't know about you guys, man, but I am so fucking tired of Bremerton tweakers, man.
Fuck yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Fuck 'em.
Dude, they're the worst. They're unlike other tweakers. They're unlike Tacoma tweakers. They're unlike Port Orchard tweakers. They're unique, man. I'm telling you what. It's like no matter where you live in Bremerton, somewhere on your block, there's a fucking tweaker living. You know what I'm saying?
Showing up.
And I thought for sure growing up when I came across tweakers that they would just die off. You know? But it's like they're breeding and producing little tweakers ready to go. It's like fucking weird, man. And here's the thing, too. Here's one of the most annoying things about Bremerton tweakers, right? You'll be trying to sleep, and at 3 a.m., you'll hear a fucking lawnmower.
Why?
And you look outside, and they got fucking floodlights set up in their yard. Mowing their lawn, listening to Macklemore. Like, what the fuck, man? That's a whole nother level of Bremerton tweaker, man. Yeah. Fuck, they're the worst. I did have a problem with my lawnmower, and I went to my tweaker neighbor to fix it. He did it in 10 minutes. I was like, damn, bro. It's impressive. But here's the thing, too, right? Like, you ever see the cars they drive and shit? Tweakers? Like, it's like the bare minimum you need to make a car run. You know what I'm saying? It's like the first thing they do when they get a car is take off the muffler and scrap it for like $5. They all make the same noise. It's like, dude, your fucking truck is on meth too. Like, what the fuck? Jesus Christ. And the most annoying thing too is that these Bremerton tweakers, they try to act like it's not obvious that they're a fucking tweaker.
God.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't see it from a mile away, right? You see the tweaker and they're just like... I'm just sitting here like, you okay, bro? Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. He's He's like, I'm like, can I get a number 3 with fries? Like, fuck, dude. Trying to pretend. And here's another thing, right? I wonder why there's no such thing as tweaker porn.
Gross.
No. Hear me out on this one, right? Because it's like a fine, cool little niche, you know, of tweaker porn. Because no one's doing it right now. So there could be a market for it. You never know. You can make money off of that.
Or maybe
right?
that's the reason. Hear him out.
Hear me out. But then I did realize, like, I thought about it, why there is no such thing as tweaker porn, and it's probably because every time a tweaker steals a camera, instead of making porn with it, they just pawn it off. It's like, dude, you pawned that camera off for like $10. That was a $500 camera. You could have shot your heroin addict girlfriend and uploaded it to YouTube. Oh, wait.
You porn.
You porn. That's what it meant. Yeah. Thanks for the correction, audience. Yes. But I'm gonna be the motherfucker that starts tweakerporn.com. Just look out for it. Look out for that shit, man. Also, I just celebrated my 5-year anniversary, everybody. Yeah. Thank you.
What?
Of being unemployed.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys are way more supportive than my parents. That's right. No, but when you've been broke for as long as me, man, it changes a person, man. You gotta change everything about your life. Like, I knew I started getting really broke when I was driving down the freeway and I saw a perfectly good bungee cord in the middle of the road. And I thought about stopping to fucking pick that shit up. Like, dodging 60-mile-per-hour traffic. Because that bungee cord looks like it still be used. Like, that's how you know you're broke. You also know you're broke when you go to your friend's house and you get way too excited that they have paper towels. Like, damn, this is nice. You got paper towels and paper plates, bro. You're balling. Shit, you're hanging out at your friend's house and you also realize they have a coin tray. And at me, my coin tray never has more than like 29 cents in that shit. You go to their house, they got a coin tray that has like $4 in quarters, and you're just like, whoa, fuck, man. Must be nice. And then that same friend's like bragging, like saying shit like, oh yeah, I'm living paycheck to paycheck. And I say bragging because I've been living no check to no check for how long now, you know? You go in the room and they got a change jug. And now you start questioning how good of friends you are with this person. Because I will dip with your change jug and I'll get fucked up off that. Guaranteed. You know you're broke too when you're rolling with your friend and he stops to go get gas and he fills up his entire tank at once. And you're just blown away. It's great. I could tell the difference between a dime and a penny hitting the ground. That's how good I am. For real, my friend tested me that day. He said, he threw some change on the ground. He goes, how much change was that, Joe? I said, 37 cents. Bam, just like that. He goes, nope, it was 42 cents. I go, nope, that's a Canadian nickel. That shit don't count. And we all know the real reason why I know the sound change makes so well, because I've been using a Coinstar for 5 years. I know the sound change makes, bitch. But I did recently apply at Google, though. I am looking for work. Yeah, I applied at Google. I'm confident. But here's the thing about Google, right? They don't even want your application or resume or portfolio or any of that shit. You know what they wanted from me? My IP address. Yeah, I was like, what do you want my IP address for? Google says, we're going to go off the last 2 years of Google searches to determine whether or not we're going to hire you. I was like, oh, shit, bro. No. Don't even call me back. And they're like, no. We'll give you a courtesy call, you know? So I was like, all right. They call me back. They're like, sorry, Joe, you don't fit the profile we're looking for. I'm like, no shit. I already tried to tell you that. Shit. And they go, but there was one thing you searched for every day and got 0 results each time. And we want to know what that was. I was like, what's that? They said, what's tweaker porn? Yeah, fuck yeah. And you know what I told Google? I said, fuck you, I'll go to Bing. I bet you I'll find some tweaker porn there. All right, I'm Joseph Rogers. Thank you very much, everybody.
Make some noise for Joseph Rogers, everybody. be kind and go to his Comedy and Kitsap Facebook page and become a friend, and go to YouTube and find his Comedy and Kitsap and several other podcasts that man runs. So, a duck had sex with the platypus once. This is for me. I don't care if you find this joke funny at all. And the platypus was sitting at a bar, and she's having herself some duck farts afterwards, the next day, wondering if she should have taken a certain pill. And the duck asked her why, or her friends asked her, why would you have sex with the duck? And she says, well, he quacks me up.
No.
That's for me. Thanks, Mom. All right. Anyways, our next comic, he's funny as hell. We've been doing comedy about the same amount of time, so it's fun to grow into comedian-type people with him. Everybody make some noise for the amazing Tony Zamboni. I feel like some funk should have been playing the way you're walking out. Well, you can tell by the way.
I need some music.
I need some music when I'm walking up or something, some rally music or something, like some. Oh, all right, my bad.
Is it?
So, yeah. So I'm an Uber driver. Everybody knows that, you know what I mean? So I picked up a few golfers. And they decided to tip me in a beer, right? So they tipped me an IPA. I drank an IPA, and I'm convinced that IPA is malt liquor for white guys. Serious, both of them taste nasty. Both of them nasty. One of them tastes like it was filtered from a sock that came down from Mount Everest. They made it all the way to the top and all the way down. Poured it in there. That's the concentrate IPA. Everybody gets some. Alright? Hey, to be fair, malt liquor tastes like brother had a sweat sock, ran through the neighborhood wearing the wrong colors. Poured it in there. That's the concentrate. So, yeah, big ups to the U.S. women's soccer team. You know what I'm saying? They up there smashing it. You know what I mean? That is some precision and skill. The only way you can get skill from black people like that is in a public bathroom. Because we don't like to touch shit. Hacky sack up in this bitch. I'm not flushing the toilet. So yeah. So I'm living a life of just, percentage. I'm at 52%. So, besides, I already talked about how, how serious having a poo is as far as your age is concerned. And now I'm like, oh shoot, well, also eating at percentage. Eating at a percentage. When you're a baby, when you're just like, very, very like, not even a toddler, and you know where the boob is at, you know what I'm saying? Like instinctively. Sleep, you'd be like, you know what I'm saying? So you're like 2%, so, it's like instinctive, right? So when you get older, it's a little bit more serious about eating, right? You're 10. There's so many options out there. There's freaking ice cream, man. You know what I mean? You're like, oh, I can eat regular food or ice cream. it's very bad because you have to deal with parents and they don't like that. You know what I'm saying? But as you get older, you know, your percentage of eating is different, you know? You gotta eat to live. You gotta live to eat. Otherwise, you're short. So, I'm getting very old now. Been working out, trying to get fit, trying to get my stuff together. So I've been taking care of myself with combination, ginger, cayenne pepper, and a cup of vinegar. So I put it in a container, mix it up, right? And I put it on my wrists, my knees, and my ankles. And it's really good for arthritis because it takes down the swelling and everything. But it's not good when you fall asleep and you rub your lower areas. I mean, it was just an accident, you know what I'm saying? I didn't wash my hands, fell asleep, and touched. And oh yeah, it was a hot time in Old Town tonight. Quite warm. So I just, you know, it's a great remedy. I just do not recommend you touching yourself. There, you know, I wiped my eyes right afterwards. That wasn't a good situation either. But yes, Tony Zamboni, and that's what I got. All right, thank you.
Give it up for Tony, everybody.
I don't need a microphone. I sing metal, so I'll just yell at you. Like, because it's fun, I guess. Will do this? I can't dance, or I'd do a dance for you.
Do a dance, white boy.
Uh,
Give us a jig.
all I know how to do is mosh, and that's gonna involve some injuries.
Throw some bows, bro.
Alright, I'm almost back to the world.
Give me stick of fire.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Open up the.
All right, everybody give it up for Tony, man. That was awesome. That was funny. I am seriously concerned about getting older in this percentage thing all of a sudden. I'm like, you know, I haven't noticed I'm going through a lot more underwear than I used to lately. So, you know, I'm like, man, I'm sweating, but only from my asshole. This doesn't seem right. But no, that was a rough night. Anyways, our next, okay, no, don't want to play asteroids on my phone right now. Oh, and the last kid, this is cool. Technical difficulty. This is part of the act, folks. You guys want to see a magic trick?
Yeah.
Anybody, you guys want to see a magic trick?
Yeah.
All right, well, hire a magician, all right? I'm a comedian. I have no time for your foolery, all right? Your tomfoolery. You're a bunch of hooligans and a bunch of, I'm gonna go Shakespeare, bequeath upon thee thy madness. I doth not knoweth what I say. All right, our next comedian, she's new here to the Hi-Fi. Every time I talk to her, she's hilarious and sometimes incredibly scary and dark, which I find awesome as well. Oh shit, dude.
What's my fucking name?
Trina something Funhauser-Weisen. All right, that's cool. That's her German name. That was awesome. Thank you. My last hosting gig, by the way. I hope you all appreciated this.
It's all you.
God damn.
You got this.
I knew
It's
it.
Trina Funderson, for anyone who cares.
And then I was thinking,
This is terrifying. It shouldn't be because everyone's drunk or also knows how this works. But I'm scared. I'm gonna take a seat real quick just to like get my bearings. Let's take a gander. Okay, here's the hacks. I work at Starbucks, which is exactly as soul-sucking as you would imagine it to be. They give us great benefits. They give us coffee. They give us everything that we need, everything that we want. except feeling like a real human being, feeling like a valuable human. That's something they leave out in the benefits package when you get hired. One of the things that is more enraging to me is people expecting things that we can't do, such as customers will come in asking for a 200-degree latte. And I don't know if you guys know how coffee works, how like milk works, how steaming things works, but when you get something that is 200 degrees, it's going to create a lot of foam. So these micromanaging Bainbridge Island ass motherfuckers come to my work and they ask for a 200-degree latte made with half and half, made with cream, which doesn't make a lot of foam anyways, but they ask for it. And I have to scrape off the foam, which is not fun. It doesn't work well. And most of the time, our machines don't even go to that temperature. So I give them the drink. They're in the drive-thru. I give them the drink. It's at 180 degrees. Give it to them. They say, this doesn't taste like 200 degrees. And I say, okay, ma'am, yes, please, give it back, I'll remake it. Give. There's 15 people behind you, give to me, I will remake. I remake it, 190 degrees this time, give it to her. Still no. This doesn't taste like 200 degrees, can you please do it again? And I say, yes, ma'am, it would be my every desire to do that. I will do it again. Now there's 23 people behind you. Yes, I will do it. So I do it. I make it. Finally, I make it to 210 degrees for this bitch. I give her her drink. She takes a sip with a straw in a hot drink. Takes a sip. Delicious. I love it. She sets it down in the center console and something splooshes out. As she sets it down, it splooshes out and it lands on her hand. And she goes, ow, ooh, hot. And I think, fuck yeah, Karma. Burn her. Burn the old bitch. Good. Get her out of here. I don't want it. No. Here's the other thing. So we have codes on our bathroom because, tweakers. So if you need to use our bathrooms, you have to remember 5 numbers in a row. So our code is, it's changed now, but our code is 54321. And people come up and they give us the, what's the code for your bathroom? And I'm like, cool, fully formed sentences, wonderful. 54321, my friend, go pee at your leisure. I love that, okay. And then other people, full-ass, grown-ass adults come up to me and they say, code? And they point in the direction of the bathroom. And like, I know what they want, but I don't want to give it to them. Use your fucking words. Like, children will come up and say, ma'am, how do I use your bathroom? And I go, oh, buddy, you're fine. You just need to put in a code. It's 54321, and there you go. You're golden. Love you. Mwah. Be well. Tip your server. Love it. And then 73-year-old people come to me, and they just go, code. Or they go, bathroom? And I'm like, what do you... Yes, the bathroom exists. It is there. It is there. What do you want? What do you want to know that it's there? Some people, this is the worst one. Some people come up and they say, hey, do you know the code to your bathroom? And I will, and most of the time I'm fine. Most of the time I'm not burnt out and I say, yeah, I know the code, it's blah, blah, blah. But when I'm burnt out, when I'm not feeling it, I tell people, no, I don't know the code. Someone has been stuck in that bathroom for 5 weeks. We don't know how to get in. It's starting to smell. I don't know what we're doing. And they don't laugh. They never laugh. Why don't they laugh? I think that's funny. You guys laugh. Other times, people ask me for the code, and I tell them it's, it's 34297657363 square 235 divided by 4, and I go on, and they don't react. They're just like literally listening. They're taking notes, and I'm like, this is a joke. Why do you not realize any of this is a joke? I don't know. Starbucks is weird, you guys. It sucks. I don't know if you know that your Starbucks baristas are fucking dying inside, but every one of us are fucking dying. We smile, yeah, all for us. It's so hard serving white people. It's fucking terrible. White people are the worst, and we're all dying. Everything sucks. They all think we're better. They're better than everyone else. Also, what is his name? Joseph? There we go. So he's talking about tweakers earlier. He mentioned so much shit that is literally my daily life. I live just up the road on Kitsap Way, and I think I am the only house on like a tweaker getaway. Like every one of them. We have one house called the bowling ball house. And it's literally called that because everything in their yard is covered in bowling balls. That's like their decor. That's what they choose to show the world. And so it's my house in the middle, and then other shit, and then other shit. Like tweaker shit, my house, tweaker shit. And I watch them. We have a window, and I watch them. They walk down the road with like, one dude walked by with a typewriter. And he was just chilling and walking and doing his thing. And then he walked by later and he had a bicycle and he was doing it. He was not riding the bicycle, he was walking with it, carrying it. And then he walked by again, riding a bike and carrying a bike, doing both to the other house. And I don't know what was happening. I don't know what kind of like, what is that, like a subculture? I don't know what their fucking monetary like balance is, but that's what they do. They just trade things. They don't trade actual anything. It's just stuff and business. And like, if you take apart my lawnmower, I will fucking come into your house and do the, I don't know, change all the light bulbs for no reason. I don't know. Anyways, it's amazing because everyone is a tweaker in Bremerton, apparently, except for everyone that's here. Thank you for laughing at my jokes. This is my first time. You guys are great.
That was awesome.
Thank you, brother.
Give it up. That was awesome. All right, man. Hey, guys, I just want to thank you all for coming out. We got one more comic for you. This actually turned out to be a fun little show, so give yourselves a round for coming out tonight and being awesome. Also, I want to thank everybody that put a couple dollars into the tip jar. It's completely free comedy show. That was from the future. I was trying to come back, but donations are greatly appreciated. They help Joseph get through his conditioner habit, keep his hair fresh and clean. Let's see, I got one more little joke for you. It's offensive as hell because I like it. Well, I don't know. Sometimes it lands, sometimes it doesn't. Let's see what kind of crowd we got. You ready? What do a baby and an Etch-a-Sketch have in common? What? If you shake them both hard enough, they both reset. Oh, I used to have 7 kids. I could tell that joke. All right, our last comedian of the evening, our closer, is a great Owen Eardley. Damn it, I tried so hard all night, man.
We're doing so good.
That's all right. No, all right, sobriety's killing brain cells. Here he goes. Give it up, guys.
Let's give it for Rott. Stop for me. He's 12 days sober. I fucking admire that man's bravery. I'm fucking 12 seconds since a drink and I'm already feeling itchy. You guys, I'm Owen Eardley. Nice to meet you. I come from a religious background. Was anyone else raised redneck? Yeah, I come from a special breed of redneck, the California rednecks. It's where your whole body is just glistening red. A lot of people don't realize we have rednecks there. You think Hollywood, you think LA, beaches, all that. But before you get to that, there's about 75 miles of brush fire and melanoma. That's what raised me, you guys. That's where I come from. It's great. I come from a mixed faith home. My mother was a devout Baptist, real salt of the earth woman. My father was a drug dealer. I know opposites are supposed to attract, but what the fuck, you guys? Jesus. I mean, I guess it worked out. You know, by the age of 12, I knew the 10 Commandments and the metric system. And I guess I kind of see why they got together. You know, Jesus was her rock. He was always trying to push a lot of rock. But still, fucked me up. You guys, like so many other Americans, I was recently punched into unconsciousness. No, it's just somebody just like hit me in the back of my face as hard as they could, and I went down like all of the sacks of potatoes, because I'm what's known as a bitch. I'm a bitch. The Navy, in fact, told me in the event of war, I'm a casualty. But this is where we're at. I don't even know why he did it. Like, I was out drinking, having a good time, hitting on a pretty lady, not his pretty lady, because I know boundaries. Suddenly, bop, bop, bop. Worst part is, I didn't even know what happened until the next day. Like, I was just fucking prone, passed out. I was told the story in intimate detail by coworkers of mine who weren't even there. All right? Just let us sing you the ballad of Owen's ass whooping. It's fucking terrible, you guys. You know, he clearly had nothing to be jealous about. Like, I'm not prize material, and my kind of woman, like, I don't like a woman who plays hard to get. I like a woman who is impossible to get. Right? Well, if you're married, emotionally unavailable, or recently deceased, then you are my type. It's rough, you guys, but I've been trying the dating websites. That's been fun. I'm like, hey, I'm a modern 21st century man. That's the way to meet people. I don't have money also, so that's the way to meet people. But guys, they have a different dating website for like every kind of person out there. I didn't realize this. There's Plenty of Fish. There's Christian Mingle, Farmers Only. Which why is that a thing? Really? Is that your fetish? Is that your fetish? A guy with an uneven tan and an intricate knowledge of cow breeding? All right. I'll officially inseminate you after the show. We'll talk. It's weird. It's so weird. They actually have a dating website for people with STDs. Do not ask me why I know that. But it's true. There's a dating website for people with STDs. It's called Hey, I Have to Tell You Something. .net. Oh, no, it's fun. Oh, God, I don't even know what I'm doing. No, it's crazy. Like, they're even starting to make, like, romantic comedies about the dating websites. Like, they actually made Christian Mingle the movie. The movie! What is this? I can only picture it happening, like, one way. Like, in a world where she was looking for Mr. Right, she found him with a capital H in a man named Jesus. It's just a shirtless Matthew McConaughey wearing a crown of thorns. Come, have a closer walk with me. After 3 days, he's finally ready to go again. Sorry. I'd like to apologize on behalf of all white people. Randall, my wallet's in the bag. You can grab it later. Oh, what am I doing with my life? I don't even know. Sorry, Mom. No, it's fun. I've got notes. Notes are cool. No, I've been losing a lot of weight recently. It's great. I'm on the very millennialist of millennial diets. I eat nothing but avocado toast and ass. Very effective. Thank you. Amen. Oh, that is literally the shit. Oftentimes avocado toast shits. Which is just avocado toast again. That's how that works. It's fine though. I believe there's a fine line between happiness and misery. A fine white powdery line. It's called cocaine.
Yeah.
It's my absolute favorite. It's great. There are no jokes there. That's just a fact. A little factoid for you. Put in your pocket. Take it home. Yes. This is what happens when you don't remember what your set is. That's all. I'm gonna go in the shame corner. What's this corner? This is the shame corner. This corner of shame. This is where I get to think to think about things and look at all these fine people. Somebody was talking about gonorrhea earlier, and he's here tonight. It's Sean Pickering. He is gonorrhea. I don't know if you knew that. Yeah, that was rude. I'm sorry, Sean. Tug it out.
Do me, what am I?
Who said that? Who asked me to do him? Oh, Joe. Of course Joe asked me to do him. Syphilis, Joe. You are syphilis because I cannot get rid of you.
Wow, yeah.
I don't. Hey, you solved my riddle. You solved it.
Got it.
Proud of you. Oh, God. Just gonna peek at this a little bit. Oh yeah, somebody was talking about sugar daddies earlier. That was you. Yeah, you talking about sugar daddies? Yeah. I am too broke. I'm your type of man. I'm too broke to be a sugar daddy. But I will be your stepdaddy or your Splenda stepdaddy. Yeah, girl, I'm not gonna take you on a spa day, but I will get your walls done, your nails done at your choice of Walgreens. All right? We going out dining? Oh, we going out dining at the finest of Denny's in all the land. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm Owen Eardley. I love you guys. Have a good night.
Yeah.
Everybody give it up for Owen Eardley. I think.
Owen Eardley. I hate you.
Eardley. I practice it. I was like, dude, I'm not gonna be able to pronounce that fucking name, dude. I'm an idiot. Anyways, everybody, give it up for all the comedians tonight. Everybody was funny as fuck. Thank you guys for being here. That was awesome. Hold on a second here. I made notes. Thanks for coming out. Please, there's the donations. If you don't mind, throw something in there. Your car keys would be nice. Also, thank you to the sound guy who made me able to hear me and everybody else. That's Christian over there. And your bartender, Tay. Everybody give a shout out for the bartender. He's why you can live with yourselves. Comedy at Kitsap on Facebook. Check that out. And his YouTube channel as well. All the promoters put a lot of work and effort and all of their lives into it, hoping desperately they don't starve to death when you don't come to a show. So thanks. My name's been Rott. This has been fun. Probably the last time I ever get to host a show. Don't smoke meth. Have a good night.
Every Thursday. Damn it. Every Thursday.
Do this and one day